Hey everybody. Well, why I chose to come into Haven, I don't know, this was a silly idea. We'll get through it though. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about where did I get my sense of humour. And I think you get your sense of humour obviously from your parents and your friends to a certain extent, but you also from the comedy things that you like to watch. So I thought I was going to go through a few of the things sort of from my childhood and along the years that I feel like have influenced my sense of humour. Obviously it goes without saying Monty Python, because it's always been there throughout my life. Yeah, as a kid you can find it funny, and then as you grow up you start understanding the nuances and, you know, the more in-depth jokes. I did recently rewatch The Life of Brian because I haven't seen it for a few years, and it was like, maybe I'll understand a few things a bit better now. And there was a couple of things I picked up on. I was like, I didn't notice that before. But it was mainly because I wanted to watch this interview that was done at the time. It was called like Friday Night, Saturday Morning or something. I don't fucking know what it was called. But it was some interview they did at the time, and the film came out with Michael Palin, John Cleese, and a priest and some other guy. Oh dear, it's fucking hilarious. It shows how times have changed, because they were really sort of saying it was a terrible film and it was taking the piss out of Jesus, and it was the story of the crucifixion was the most important story there was. Is it still there? Yeah, the story of the crucifixion was the most important story there's ever been, and all artists and all music and stuff could be put down to that one stuff. Fucking hell. It's very funny. Yeah, that is ice in the road, I think, or is that... No, it might be salt. It's freaking cold. So yeah, Monty Python, pretty obvious one. Rick Mail, in many different places, you know, the young ones and Bottom particularly. I love Rick Mail, or loved Rick Mail. He was a brilliant guy. So funny. Who else is there? Well, Eddie Izzard. I've watched a lot of Eddie Izzard stand up, and I think equally he is a brilliant guy, girl, whatever he's dressed out at the time. He's got a sense of humour that seems to, it's intelligent, and it clicks in with sort of my sense of humour quite nicely. That's one of the key things for me for my sense of humour. It's got to have more than just a fucking, just slapstick or a really blatant joke, unless it's funny because it's so blatant. Obviously there's an amount of the Two Ronnies and Hancock's Half Hour. Yes, I have, even that's way before my time, I've watched a lot of that. He's a funny bastard. Go on. Oh, it is Christmas after all. Well, it's not now. It's nearly New Year. I don't even know what's the day today. Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Now, obviously, these aren't in any chronological order. There's also Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and Edgar Wright, obviously, because he was involved. Basically, Spaced is the series that they got really well known for. I don't know. I think that was the last thing they did before they started doing the films like Shaun of the Dead, because there's an episode of Spaced which is a zombie one, and they really went all out in places in a couple of scenes, and it was like, shit, this isn't sitcom good, this is fucking film good. I remember watching one of the commentaries on one of the DVDs about how someone had said to them that the headshot they did of this person coming through their bedsit window was actually really good as far as film's concerned. It was like, that's actually a really, really good special effect you managed to do there. And that was just 2 series, and for years I was waiting for the 3rd series of Spaced, and it just never happened. And I can see why, it makes sense. It's a bit like 40 Towers. Don't beat the thing to death, just make a number of episodes and leave it at that. Oh, of course, another one. This is one of the hugest, deepest, most important ones in my sort of evolution of my sense of humour, I think, and it is Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer, as in the smell of Reeves and Mortimer. That series is fucking weird if you watch it now, but God, it's funny. And I make so many references to shit like this, and people never get it. And every now and then one person does, and I'm like, he knows! He knows! I don't think he had too much of an influence, but Harry Enfield and, the Fast Show and all that, there was a modicum of influence there, I guess. Red Dwarf, fucking love Red Dwarf. It's not the cleverest road stuff there ever was, but it's funny and it's got its moments. And the characters are the things that make Red Dwarf work. Oh, going back slightly, Hancock's Half Hour, you might not know what that is, but you probably heard someone making one of his jokes. If anyone ever gives blood and they're like, oh, do they take a pint? And they're like, a pint? That's an armful. That is a Hancock joke. I'm forgetting so many people. This is the thing when you're vlogging and you're trying to remember lists of things. You always forget. No, people are always saying, oh, I know I've forgotten someone. Probably forgotten about 10 people. And you remember every single one of them the second you finish fucking doing the video. On another random note, going back to Simon Pegg, what's really funny is if you've watched Space and watched the commentaries on Space, you're going to find the origin, or at least them talking about some jokes which happened in the later films like Shaun of the Dead. Like the whole fried gold thing is a thing that they came up with, which is like, when they did something they knew it was really good, they were like, fried gold. That was used in the film. No one had any idea what that was all about. The same as the dogs don't look up joke. I just want to get off the main roads. I'm sorry I'm down the beach again, but Jesus. I just feel so much more relaxed and safe here. No one's going to fucking kill me. See, my sense of humour, I think it's sort of based in, there's satire and there's old traditional English type humour. I remember growing up and watching Spitting Image. Oh my god, it scared the living shite out of me. Fucking those dolls then. Oh no. I was too young to understand the comedy, the political comedy of it. But Jesus. Here you go, you want evidence of how cold it is today. Ice everywhere, I'm sure it's very cold near you too. You watch videos and you're like, it doesn't even look that frigging cold. Trust me, it is. And park. Oh, if you're not moving, it's actually warm-ish, slightly. This is pretty. See, this is what I meant by a nice winter's day. Yeah, it's cold, but it's sunny, it's still, and it's just lovely. Didn't consider that parking might have been a bad idea. Obviously there are people in my life that have influenced my sense of humour, and obviously to a certain extent it's yourself as you develop and grow, see different things and see it from your own point of view. But what do you think influenced your sense of humour? As I say, for me, I think probably the biggest things is like Monty Python, Bottom, you know, and a few bits like that. I'm sure I've forgotten ones and I'll probably put them in the description, or I might not. You know, I could list things probably endlessly, but they're the ones that fly into my head and like, this is what did it for me. Anyway, I hope you're all well, and I'll catch you next time. Two sides put their differences apart and joined on the grass of no man's land. Or mud, in their case.